Hey dudes, I'm making a video to explain crushing or flattening the bevel of a large gauge needle for soft tissue piercings. So the point or the purpose of it is to take away a lot of the drag that happens on large gauge needles because the bevel is so long and tall. So what you're doing, or at least how I do it, brass line pliers, in this case spring closers because that's what I have right now. I slide gauze in there, and then I just flatten the first bevel. It's something that I've talked very in depth in with Pat Tidwell. I talked to him for like 8 hours at APP 2 years ago, and for a pretty long time when I went and saw him in Iowa City a few weeks ago. And he will flatten them out significantly and place a taper behind the needle. So as you pierce, you're stretching. That's not something that I've done. And this isn't something that I do every single time. This is just something that I've done a handful of times to see the difference. So what I did here was just flatten the first half of that. And Pat, like I said, he'll flatten them all the way back to the bevel. Let's see if I can do that and show you. I'm not piercing anybody, so I might not use the gauze, but if I can't get it. He kind of almost makes like little diamond spades out of them. I might ruin this needle doing that, but like I said, that's not something that I do. These are kind of, this is rough, but that's kind of what Pat does. He flattens it out completely. But what it's doing is it's taking the drag away. So it's kind of acting like a little scalpel blade, like you're just making a cut and then just dead stretching it, instead of piercing and having that massive drag from that bevel. So yeah, that is crushing blades or flattening blades. Thanks.